Hey, this video is going to be a continuation video of the LBS 7 video, starting with the last slide of that video, which was the final proof structure slide, and I got to looking at it and I realized that it wasn't really up to par with how I wanted to convey the proof structure. So I made an Excel version of the proof structure, and we are going to go through it real quick, if you don't mind. Okay guys, this video segment is going to comprise the clarification of the proof structure. What I did, or what you do essentially is you have two rows. You see the first row here and the second row here. We're going to go through the first row right quick. So what I've done is I've taken existence, and you start with the question, is existence eternal? And that implies the argument, the necessity of eternity. Like we've been through all of this. This is just showing you like the proper, like the most complete format of the proof structure. So you have necessity of eternity and then eternal existence, either way, like whether God exists or not. And then NP1, of course, is the God doesn't exist chain of the necessity of eternity, and then you get the natural sum of eternal time, all those universes, like adding up all the times, you get eternity naturally that way. And then NP2 is the it's kind of like, well, if NP1 was a gambit, if any of you guys play chess, you know, like the Queen's Gambit or whatever, this would be like NP2 is like the Queen's Gambit accepted of NP1, because it's saying that, okay, you want to play that game that God is, or excuse me, that everything is natural, then, well, God would have to be natural. And then we had the mirror analogy with NP2, and you get, you postulate that God would somehow have to create himself naturally, which is essentially the B star configuration. And then we of course have that leading directly into the conditional proof, because it requires B star, and then given B star, then God would necessarily exist, because in this case we're assuming that eternity is given either way, like whether God exists or not. And okay, so then because like the last box is saying that if you had B star, then things would be rosy. So we come back to the beginning again, and you start over, like, and you just start with a different question. And so this is the argument against random existence line of reasoning. So you say, is existence random? You get the argument against random existence with the hypothetical coin toss, and the pre-existent event, which is contradiction. And so you end up with non-randomness, which results in a determinate existence, and it has to be self-determinate because there's nothing else to be determined. So it's just a natural self-selective process, and which results in the simplistic proof, which states that you have a simplest possible configuration of existence. You cannot have total nothingness. Probabilistically, even a perfect vacuum has a ground state. There is energy in the vacuum. So there is a minimum complexity level to existence, and therefore, if there is a minimum state, then there must be some kind of maximum state. And if that maximum state is equal to B star in the conditional proof, then God would necessarily exist, because given that C max equals B star, then B star is given and God would necessarily exist. So that is the like that's the clarification that I wanted to give, because that last slide on the LBS 7 video, the initial proof structure tree that I had, it wasn't anywhere near this clear and concise. And as you can see here, I'm not necessarily saying that the maximum complexity state is sufficient for God to manifest naturally. I'm saying that this is pretty much as close as you can get, but this is this is as far as I got. So that's pretty much it. So just anybody listening out there, you guys, just let me know what you think, and I'll talk to y'all later.